Wait, so what do you, did you go to, you went to work or you were working from home?
Yeah, working remotely from home.
Nice.
Not having the commute's nice, but it's a little depressing being in the same place all the time.
Yeah, I can't do work from home, man. I tried it. I was in North Carolina before I moved here, but I can't. If I'm home, I'm going to play video games.
Gotta go do something somewhere else.
Yeah, I have to leave. I would go to a coffee shop or something in North Carolina and just try to work, get caffeinated, and like, I don't know, that kind of helped. I could be more productive out of the house. I get distracted too easily, you know?
Yep.
So that's a thing. All right, sweet. But boom, bam. Oh, this is good. It finally works. It drove me insane yesterday. I was so mad. I just spent literally the rest of the night.
Real hard to get it working.
Yeah, I spent the rest of the night all the way through, like, I don't know, like, so long. I was probably up till 1 in the morning just screaming at this thing. Why won't you work? But it's working now. We're back on. It's the Lazy J with Malloy. Round 2.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, at that. So it's good. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. We were getting into this a little bit yesterday before everything kicked the bed, but it's very cool having you on in particular. Probably because we're both so old.
I know I'm old. I never actually knew your age.
Well, I just mean like in the scene. How old are you? I'm 31. I'm 31.
35.
Okay, no, we went to high school together. You were there for one senior year, and then I came in like, oh, that guy's so cool. I'm gonna play him in video games. And then you went to college. Did you play a lot of video games growing up or no?
Yeah, pretty much like NES from the beginning, and then systems beyond after that. So yeah, pretty early on.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I got in late. Like I didn't have NES. I skipped that whole thing. We had a Super Nintendo, which like that's not a bad place to start, but you miss Mario, you miss Zelda, you miss all that stuff coming up, you miss all of the shumps and...
I never had Super. I had to go to friends' houses to play those games.
The Super? Yeah. What all consoles did you have?
Sega, they would have Super Nintendo, I would have N64, they would have PS1s. We'd like switch on and off and I'd get to play whatever.
Oh, okay. You guys had a little system. That's good. That's set up. What are you drinking over there? What beer is it today?
Same as yesterday. Tomato Kai. I bought a bunch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I guess that's fair. I've got the same drink too. I forget what it's called though, but it's good. William Shakespeare, that's what it is. So I chose this drink because I think you're classy. So I'm like, let me get the William Shakespeare. That's a good pairing for Malloy.
Yeah, we weren't both in KQ from the start. Like really before there even was a scene, we were just playing on Thursday through Saturdays every week, drunk.
Right? What year was that?
It was a little over 2 years ago. So
our scene's officially 2 and change now.
It was like December 2017, I think we started.
Was it 2017? Yeah, it was. That's what throws me off because I always remember like the seasons, but like we started at the end of a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all right, December 2017 then. Jesus. That's a long time.
I would not have called like me still playing this game.
No.
I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
So, okay, you come in, let's talk about some of this for a bit because this is really interesting to me. Because when you guys start, well, first of all, how did you even come to the game? Like I had some prior knowledge about it, right? And I heard Glitch Bar had it. Richard told me, and I was like, okay, I know that game. I'll go. But how did you even find out about it?
Dave was out visiting a friend in California, and he had told him about the game there. And then he came back and found out that there was going to be a bar right next to Laser Wolf that was going to have it. So we ended up going there one weekend and immediately fell into it and kept on playing.
So Dave was the little missionary there. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So who did he talk to in California that knew about the game?
Jerry that used to live in Fort Lauderdale, but he moved out there for work, and he knew about some bar out there that had it.
All right, Jerry, we're gonna find him. We're gonna find you. You ruined us all, Jerry. No, that's cool. That's cool. So then you guys came in, right? Because you guys all hung out at Laserwolf before. You, Dave, Mason, and all those guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. That was like the big dynamic
from Laserwolf almost entirely.
Right.
I knew Buzz beforehand, but everyone else was I met a Laserwolf.
Oh, okay. So that was a really big dynamic, I think, for you guys early on because we're playing the tournaments, And well, not tournaments. Then we're doing the weekly leagues.
And I lucked out. I mean, I had 4 friends who understand video game mechanics and can pick it up fairly quickly.
Right.
I didn't have to build a team, whereas you had to go through so many iterations before you could get a
well, you know,
team.
We'll get to me when I interview myself on the Lazy J. I think Joe B's he said he wants to interview, because he was doing interviews a little while ago at JP's. So he's like, I never got around to interviewing you. I wasn't at that barbecue. So maybe I'll talk to him about it. But yeah, no, you guys got a really early start, and I'll circle back around. I gotta reference my show notes here, because there's a lot of stuff I personally want to ask, and then some stuff that other people have put up and were saying, oh, you gotta ask him this, you gotta ask him that. So I'm like, okay. So here's a couple things. First thing for me, just casually, favorite beer and where to find it.
It might be the one I'm drinking right now. I mean,
really?
I drink so many beers, it's hard to, there's so many styles, it's hard to, pick and choose a real favorite. But whenever it's available, I go for White Oak High Log. It's only a couple times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's available in some stores. If you go to, a Cigar City Beer Finder, you can find it.
Yeah.
It's only a couple times a year.
Is it like is it like a mood? Like there's music if I'm angry, I want to listen to heavy metal or something. Like, is it a mood?
It's smooth. It's like a highlight, but some of the harsher notes are smoothed out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's interesting. And then seasonally kind of going through. If you go someplace and they don't have that, what's your next go-to?
Honestly, I just try and drink local. So if I'm visiting somewhere, I'll try whatever local breweries around.
Okay, good guy, Malloy, good guy. All right, and then let's see here. Other thing I've been very questionable. So we asked, someone had posted some pictures of you on the page, and I was asking for show notes. Yeah, you're a popular guy. It's weird because you don't pull off that vibe at all. You don't seek it out or attract it. It just happens.
I have the vibe of it's very fun to mess with me. So
is there a particular reason you think you know why that is?
I don't.
No, it's a mystery to all. So you've got some memes going around. I know some folks made the let's hear it from Malloy meme. I don't know who's taking credit for these. I know Amanda's done some stuff, Will's done some stuff, Floyd's done some stuff.
Let's hear it from Malloy I believe it was Floyd. He made stickers. They're still around town. How do you pay
somebody to ship you stickers?
I think he did it at work.
He's got a little printer.
You just put a picture on it. I don't know.
So there was that one. I saw another picture of you in cat ears, but it's funny because you're playing the game.
We were all in cat ears that night.
Was it? We were just all just in cat ears that day. Yours picture's funny because you're so you're lasered into the game. So you just got these ridiculous cat ears and the serious expressions. It's funny to look at.
I block everything out when I'm playing.
Right. What would you say if you have a meme that you've seen of yourself, of course? What would you say is your favorite or the one you find the most funny? Or maybe you don't think any of them are funny.
There was one with Will that was a Three's Company thing. I think it was pretty funny.
I think that resurfaced up there a little while ago. That was funny. Okay, cool. So we got that meme magnet. Shout outs to Will. Hopefully he comes back. He's a busy boy. And then obviously you've got other games you're playing besides Killer Queen, which I would argue to say that you're pretty damn good at. So
some of them. Elephant in the Room,
Switch and Shoot. What total are you at now, you madman?
I'm a fan. I got the high score on Steam. It was, I don't know, 15,000 some or other. But honestly,
wait a minute. Just throws that out all casually. Highest score on Steam, 15,000.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, because when I played Switch and Shoot, I got maybe 900.
So there's kind of a rhythm that once you figure it out, you can basically go indefinitely. Is as long as you can maintain concentration, which
bouncing between the upgrades.
And dodging it and then getting it, and pretty much however long you can last in the first 3 sectors, and so I kind of stopped doing high scores after that because it takes so long.
It's
a game like that. It's 45 minutes an hour. It's too much of an investment, and it's pretty damn tedious.
Right.
But I'm still playing going for distance. Furthest I got is
going for distance
Sector 11,
instead of speed.
That was that was pretty damn hard to get. So I'd be interested if anyone else could get that far.
Getting past
Or
into Sector 7. Yeah, no, the furthest I've gotten.
11.
Sector 11?
Yeah.
Shit.
I've only made it. So I made it past 9 once, and that one time I did, I somehow managed to get past 10 as well.
What the fuck does the game look like at Sector 11?
So
like Sector 5, you already can't mess up.
Yeah, pretty much. But like like the boss thing at 4.
Yeah.
That happens again at 8, which like it's not that hard of a level. It's slightly harder than 4, but
Right.
I would say it's easier than 6 or 7. But yeah, it's just so fast, and you can't fuck up at all. You need some luck.
Everyone turns around, like complaining about their struggles. Malloy comes out of nowhere. But have you been to level 11?
I was just trying to get to 10. I didn't expect to get past it.
Right? What's the meme? It's like Secta's cool, but have you been to level 11 on Switch and Shoot? That's fucking wild, man. So that's insane. I didn't know that. I thought it was 7. Then 11. Okay. 7-11. Jesus.
Yeah, I would put it out as a challenge for anyone else because I want to see if anyone else can match.
All right, you heard it here first from the man himself, the myth, the god. Beat me at see me in Switch and Shoot.
Too. I don't know.
That's crazy. And at least that doesn't take. How long did it take you to do that?
Oh, those like a game. If you're just going straight distances, like 4 or 5 minutes tops. Much more manageable.
Yeah. So that's way less time. So the challenge has been issued. See you at the bar eventually, maybe, hopefully. Other stuff. Death Ball. Pretty damn good at that. How is the Death Ball scene here? Do you feel like I don't play it. I'm bad, but I know Joe's pretty good. Some other folks are pretty good. Feds is pretty good.
Joe's much better than I am. I like it. I'm not that great at it. I think similar I always thought it was like a 2D. What's that? One with a car, like a giant ball.
Oh, Rocket League. Yeah.
I feel like think of it like a 2D that, and I was never good at that either. But it's fun.
Rocket League is crazy. You see the people that can
really haven't
fly.
Gotten much of a scene on it yet.
Hopefully for Death Ball.
In the future.
Yeah, Death Ball's one of those like either you love it or you hate it type things. I think. I don't mind playing it. I'm just so bad at it. And it's like, oh man, I got to invest this time to like learn the mechanics. It gets pretty deep with the traps they can set up.
I never put that much time into it. I always happen to like be able to aim it, and then this other guy's like flying the entire time.
Yeah, it's it's exactly like Rocket League. Now that you mention it, because you've got guys that can just a whole team in the air, and the ball never comes down until it goes in the net.
They just have control.
Yeah,
I don't.
It's physics. I don't understand it at all. It's crazy. There was a rumor. I think Joe B was asking this. Apparently, and I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing it, but apparently, before Levy moved, there was some kind of a arcade game gauntlet challenge between you and him. Yeah, there was.
Mostly just the two of us. I mean, we threw it out there for anyone else that wanted it, but it was there. It started as most things do with Levy, with him just talking out of his ass, and he actually, like on the spot, came up with this challenge. Basically, it was a best of 7 of any of the games in Glitch.
Yeah.
Each person had 2 vetoes. Where like if I knew Levy was great at Pac-Man, so if he chose Pac-Man, I would veto that.
Okay.
So we each had 2 vetoes. We went to game 5. You had to play Death Ball.
Okay.
We went to game 7. You had to go around the bar, find people, and build a KQ team, and play a best of 5 set.
Man, you guys had like a whole challenge going around. Where was I?
He came up with this on the spot. Like Levy's an insane.
That sounds like Levy. Yeah, that sounds like Levy. That's crazy. So who ended up winning, or how did it go?
We did it a bunch of times over before he moved away. I think I was up on the record on him, but it went back and forth.
Which games was he kind of taking it from you on? Because you guys are doing a bunch of different ones.
The problem was like we would always try and do it on like a Friday or Saturday. So like he'd choose a game and you'd have to wait like 20 minutes to go to get on the game. The thing could take like 3 hours.
Yeah, well,
we were just thinking about it anyways.
We should have did it on trivia night. Everyone's playing trivia. No one's on the games.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, schedules and whatnot, I guess. That's wild. Okay, so...
We usually end up going on games we were both mediocre at, because like I would veto his Pac-Man and stuff, and he'd veto like off-road because I would kill him at that. And...
Wait, you're good at off-road too?
Yeah, I love off-road.
Oh, man, dude.
I remember like growing up Coral Square Mall, playing off-road. I love that game.
That's great. So my first experience with off-road was super off-road for the SNES. We'd like rent it from the local store or whatever and play it. Way different though. I mean, when you're on the arcade and you got the wheel, I mean, that's a whole different game at that point. So I like that a lot, like that aspect, It's a fun game, though, with the pedal and everything. Oh. Oh, we lost Malloy. Hold on. Wait a second. It froze. He'll be back. Don't worry. It's just a little frozen. Discord, you know, sometimes it does that. Sometimes it'll just freeze on you. But this is good. This is a good expression here, I would say. I would say 10 out of 10. Very focused. I've always liked Malloy's hairstyle. There you go. Yeah, you're back. I can't hear you, but I see you. I was saying your hairstyle is really nice, man. Okay, you can hear me at least. That's good. Let's see. Read some stuff in the chat while you're kind of pulling that back up. We got people watching. Oh, look at that. Thanks, guys. Let's see. Joe Perugia. Perugia. We're all learning how to say his name. He thinks you get memed because you're laid back and you don't care. So everyone's always trying to get a rise, and it just never comes. Let's see. Oh, Bus is in here. Not bad. What up? He says he has one of those let's hear it from Malloy stickers if you wanna get one. Or if anybody does. I might want to get one. Who knows? We'll see. Sebastian's in here. Let's see. The Tom Brady. No, you can't. You can't do it. And then of course Malloy or Floyd coming in with the booze. That's good too. Oh yeah. Oh, I can hear you now.
Can't see me.
I can hear you. Can't see you, but I can hear you.
Hold on. Good.
We back, baby. Hey, I would much rather it be you than me right now. I've had enough. You can have the technical difficulties this night. Let's see. Oh, this is good. So I'm reading some stuff from Malloy. So Laserwolf has been known, which is, you know, for those watching don't know what we're doing. Malloy obviously is one of the top queens, one of the original queens even for KQSFL. And he's been the longest running queen, especially when it comes to playing with a particular team, which is his team, Laserwolf, or the team formerly known as Laserwolf, I might say. What do you think about that anyway? Like, what do you know, Dwight's not watching. He's fine.
I get it. Like it's a nearby bar. He doesn't want the name announced in his bar every week.
Right.
Understandable.
Especially when you guys win.
They're very different. Like, it's not like they're competition. Like, if you're in a mood to go to Glitch, you're not like gonna be going to Laserwolf instead. Like, they're not competing bars. I don't feel like, but right. I get it. Yeah.
Industry, you know, okay. And then you guys have done the name change now, which is
Laserwolf's slogan, yes beer, no jerk.
Right. Which I think it's hilarious just because it's still like referencing the same thing. It's just not the name. It's not the business
for the people
name.
that already know about it, it's the same thing. But but the bar name is not uttered in his bar.
Right,
so
right. It is more ambiguous to folks that don't know, you know, about the tagline. So I guess that's cool. That's really funny. So Floyd's coming in. There's been, because Laserwolf has been so successful, especially like in the early on days, and I got a lot of points I want to poke at you about on that, the early days of the scene. But Malloy's coming in. He's already got the booze going. So
of course.
Real talk, how do you guys feel? Like, is it cool to kind of have been like the scene bully? Is that like a thing you guys are like, oh, this is okay? Or does it kind of get on your nerves?
I mean, were we dicks about winning?
No. It was just like everyone hated you guys were winning all the time. It's just, that's just the South Florida way. Dennis said it so great.
At the time, though, like, we were winning because, like, I had people that were there every week and that understood video games, and like that was about it. We were all terrible back then. Like, most of our wins aren't worth that much.
Well, I mean, if we go back to what the competitive landscape was back then, right? The tap rate was different, so like the queen bar of entry was super high. Like
to begin with, like me and Levy dominated because we were the only one that could tap really fast.
Yeah, seriously, I couldn't even tap that fast back then. I was like, what? My forearm was burning.
Before like stabilization was easy, you just had to destroy your arm.
Right. You would get in a battle at the top, and like whichever queen got tired first just dipped and died. That's how the games were decided. But you guys had early on, I remember this, had figured out the 2-2. Like, I don't know if you guys knew you were running a 2-2, but you guys were running a 2-2, and it was always berries. But like,
That's still what we're running. Like besides day, like I start every like at night and dusk. It's always a 2-2 berry.
Right.
There's slight variances, but that's the main strategy for me.
Right. Yeah. No. It's been very consistent having the berry kind of meta, and growing into that, it became this thing where everyone was trying to beat Laser Wolf all the time, and nobody could do it. Nobody could figure it out. Like nobody was put together enough with strategy and tech. So you guys just were so far ahead early, everybody, and I think that kind of just developed as a scene. Like these guys are final boss. Yeah. So. Just so much malice. Dennis said it best one time. We were playing a Killer Heat, and I'm going around talking to people, and it's like, Dennis, who do you think is going to win today? And he's like, anybody except for Laser Wolf. It's just ingrained in me. I can't vote for them.
Never Laser Wolf.
Right, never Laser Wolf. But I tell people, like, without you guys winning as much as you did, I don't think our scene would have grown early as much as I think people would have gotten disinterested. Like, you kind of needed to have a final boss. Yeah, you know. And then everyone started rising up to that level. And then eventually we kind of caught up a little bit, but Laser Wolf has always been a team to beat, like consistently. Like, how do you guys play for as long as you've played, and you guys stick together as long as you stuck together? Like, I really admire and respect that. How do you, like, you guys have been friends before, obviously, so that helps, but
yeah,
competition sometimes that can be weird. So like,
we didn't take it that seriously, which helped. Like, it was a fun game. We liked going out and playing it. So for most of it, like, the fact that we had the same team and we're just generally decent at video games, that was enough to kind of carry us. And that held us for much longer than I thought it would. I don't know. Like, honestly, I didn't expect to be winning as long as we were.
yeah, it was wild. You guys were killing it. And so you've had majority of the same teammates, right? So I think
Mason
OG Laserwolf was
and picked up Fez instead.
Right. Yeah, it was you, Mason, Dave, Bus, and John. And then Mason worked. Then Fez came in.
Yeah, Fez was with Bumble occasionally back then.
Right. Yeah, Bumble in the Bronx. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then that's been the team pretty consistently all the way through, right? Or no?
Yeah, that was almost until like the beginning of this year.
Yeah, and then you guys did a swap for John C, and then Alex came in, and now you guys are playing that thing. How do you feel about Alex coming in as one of like the newer players? Definitely the newest player on your team.
Definitely. He puts in the time. He wants to be better, and can't really ask for more than that.
Yeah, he's a good. We were at Jacksonville, I think, in the team house there, because you guys had a house, and then we had like a SFL house, and Alex was in there, and he was saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna, I want to try to play with Laser Wolf." And we were like, "Dude, you should go in there and try to play."
No, he talked to me that weekend. Like that was the start of it.
Oh, okay, cool, okay, not bad. Yeah. So he was just like, "Oh, I want to come and play flex." Like, how did you guys recruit him? Or?
He wanted a steady team because he had been bounced around a bit, and he understands like you got to be on. Play with the same people to kind of build a rapport, and he asked, and we had an opening, so it worked out.
Yeah. I mean, he went to Bumble Bash, and I think he really got the itch there and kind of saw, that glimpse of that high level competition. He's like, oh man, so I think it's a good fit. I'm excited to see everything's weird and different now, but I think that was a really interesting kind of track to go for. And then, did you guys run that team at Queens Gone Wild too?
Yeah.
So how did that run go? Because honestly, the whole thing's a blur for me now.
I mean, I don't want to get it sounds like an excuse, but I was kind of sick leading up to it, so I was very sleep deprived, and I feel like I played like shit. I just ran off of muscle memory, so it scared me a bit, but my decision making was not very good in that tournament.
It'd be like that sometimes, man. You got to sleep.
I mean, I know Brian from Jacksonville was in the hospital, violently ill, the day before.
Oh my goodness!
Great. So I can't say shit.
Right, dude. He was dying. He was having a hard time, man. That was really rough. Yeah. The Jax guys are pretty cool. You guys have you guys have been to Jacksonville twice. You won it once.
Both times were great.
You should have won it the first time. Everyone always says.
I drank for 7 hours before that final.
We got a track record of sabotaging himself before tournaments. What's going on? The second time we were there,
where I learned, we're I could play drone and I could play warrior, drinking heavily,
Mhm.
I can't queen. Like my tap rate just plummets, and you
Right.
can't do that.
Well, because yeah, you got to tap way more and all the time as queen. So like,
Yeah, you got to stabilize like constantly, and I can't drink that much and do well.
that's the other thing. So with laser wolf, if you're because every queen's got like a different queen style, but there's kind of like 3 subsets, right? There's like the player queen, the blinders queen, where they don't want to like talk at all. They want information brought in, and then there's like a hybrid of the two. What kind of like style do you run with laser?
We're kind of a silent team, which not that great. Like we should communicate more than we do, but we lucked out in the fact that like we ran the same strat for so long that we can kind of just do that without having to talk that much.
All right.
But because I'm generally just focusing on gates not dying and like the immediate area around myself. That it takes so long to like say like a strategy and formulate thoughts. Like before I could, it's already over, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you guys kind of have the hive mind. You've been playing together for so long. You can kind of like see it and communicate without saying it, you know?
Yeah, that helped. I mean, it's very short, like directions, like I need a ledge or like whatever gate, right, left, middle, kind of thing. Like just very short and to the point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it works out.
And I just gotta trust in them to know what I'm doing.
If let's see, if you guys had, oh man, this is the question, because Laser Wolf hasn't traveled outside of Jacksonville, right? But like
Minneapolis once.
Well, you went.
No, I mean everyone but bus went. We had levy instead of bus.
Oh, okay, that's what that was. So, if there was another place where all of Laser could go, right? Where would you want to compete? Like Portland, Chicago, New York, like, you know, wherever, but where would you want to take the team?
I mean, I think it's less about like the tournament and the scene and more about like making a trip out of it and like what kind of city would we want to go hang out in for a weekend kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I probably somewhere on the West Coast because I don't get out there very often, and I know people in California and Washington, so I could do one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say out of the ones that I've been to for like hanging out and like making a cool trip out of it, LA was definitely probably the coolest. Like the Hive Hustle tournament was the coolest one. I didn't go to Chicago.
We started getting like actual serious as a scene, like leading up to you guys going to Hive Hustle. Like I don't think we actually like were any kind of good until then. Like when you guys started like studying and we had to train you guys up and learn sticking and all that. Like our tech was terrible before then, but after that we actually like somewhat knew what we were doing.
We've gone back and watched some of those videos.
Like 6 months, I could look back on how I played 6 months ago, and
yeah, it's terrible.
It was terrible.
It's so like, bad.
I guess I still know what I'm doing.
It's so bad. We go back and watch those videos. Like even the High Hustle videos, I'll go back and watch them sometimes. It's like, ugh, how did we win any games? This is terrible. It's so bad. I'm like immediately, the tournament could have just happened. I'll go back and watch it and think, oh, what the hell was I doing? You know, it's just always in regret
I don't
mode.
know if I learned much from watching myself because all I see is like every minute mistake.
Yeah. I would say, you're pretty hard on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, going back watching myself, yeah. Like, yeah, just every wrong turn, every wrong, part of myself for sure.
It's tough to be queen. It's really tough, and like it kind of wears down because like, you know, people aren't always in your ear. Like I don't think anyone would ever go up to you and be like, "Oh, Malloy, you suck," and like mean it. You know what I mean? Like I think everyone's gonna be like, "Oh boy, that's Malloy. Like he's a killer," you know. But like you yourself would be like, "Ah, damn it, what am I doing?"
Like, as many tournaments as I've won down here, like I've never felt confident going in any of them.
Right.
I never felt like I played very well.
Right.
Like we just managed to win despite myself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys have definitely been winning quite a bit, I would say. Out of all of the teams in South Florida for like our locals, I gotta have Floyd do like an actual, you know.
Oh, he's got a count running. I think you guys might be up 1 on us or something like
one,
that.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe run. I don't know at this point, but it's so many seasons and whatnot. If you kick it back all the way even to the original times, though, the only team that really was able to beat you guys, I think Joystick Jousters took like a game, maybe, or like a set or something.
Like the original weekly thing, they took a game.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, they bleed.
Amanda was very proud of that.
Oh yeah, no, all time. And then let's see, Bumble in the Bronx was the first team to actually.
They were the first ones to beat us. Yeah,
to actually
and
beat
they
you
beat us
guys.
in our own game. Like they ran berries better than us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They and Bumble. Their crazy thing was like the first couple seasons they were like a bottom ranked team. Like they came in last place all the time.
Yeah.
You know, they couldn't get it together.
Fourth, and then first.
Yeah, crazy. So
you could call it the Fez effect because he was there for that win.
Oh. I remember one time we were playing in leagues. It's like the week to week, right? Every Monday we play. And there was one of them. I think that was the one that Joystick Jousters took. There was one of them and Bus wasn't there. And he was like, as soon as he came back, he's like, oh, I go away and you guys lose.
That might have been that, yeah. Yeah, he travels to work sometimes.
Yeah, he won as soon as he came back. So the Bus is pretty linchpin, I would say. He's definitely out of everybody on your
like
team.
A stable rock. Like he's the one I know can stay alive. He's the one I know can ledge guard.
He's frustrating, man. Like, because he does a good job with his role. He's either guarding something or stopping something.
Like if you're gonna kill him, like you're gonna have to go out of your way and spend a lot of time doing it because he's not gonna make it easy for you.
Yeah, you literally have to put Bus in a box to kill him. Yeah. He always has an exit, and it's so annoying. I remember like there came a point, and maybe you can attest to this too, but like as Queen, right? South Florida as a scene, the players, there came a point where it was like all of a sudden people knew like not to fall for the traps anymore. So like if you're fighting somebody like Bus, it's like, oh, okay, I'll just go down there. He's gonna fight me. I'll kill him because I'm higher. Now they all exit. You know, if you come into the J, they're like, nope. They don't think you're not gonna get it, so they leave. Like they've learned the tricks. Like you find it's harder now to deal with people, or like how do you handle that?
I mean, I've always told them like, oh, the Queen's coming, then dip out.
Yeah.
Like, don't fight. Like if she wants to stay there and waste her time in that position, then like let her.
Right.
But yeah, it's like for the long, like I don't know, like I know that Javen is a great speed warrior, but for whatever reason, I played against him very well for a long time. So like recently, like leading up to us not playing, like he's like, oh, I'm just not gonna go for you anymore. I'm just gonna just gonna like column you and like hang out and wait.
Yeah.
Because like, when he would go for me, I had his timing down and I would kill him.
Right.
Like now he doesn't, and like so now I'm just kind of like stuck there, like with him threatening, which is way more annoying.
Dave does the same thing to me, man. Dave, he has days where like, okay, on this particular day, Dave is gonna try to get me because he's like trying to work out that timing, you know.
He always thinks he has, and he's always pissed when he doesn't.
Yeah, he is. He always gets so upset. You could hear him on the other side of the cab. Oh, that's bullshit. Like, I had you. How did you get that? But he in tournament play, I noticed he's in the pocket, and like I'll move, and he'll just be right there, like, "Hey, man, this way's closed. You can't come this way." It's like, all right, well, I'll try to go over here.
It's all about positioning.
Yeah, he's got really good positioning up there, and then Fez coming in for flex. Like
Fez has put in time and Warrior, and like he just randomly has all of our numbers. Like he's just like, oh, like I'm gonna do this, and he just is right there in your face, killing you.
Yeah. It's strange. Like, do you guys like? What would you say? Do you guys practice? I mean, Fire Nation has to practice. Like we would practice to like figure things out. You know, like
honestly, like we haven't really put in time, like working on pincers and timing and stuff like that. Like it's kind of our next step.
Yeah.
It's really just been like individual play. Like we've all put in an embarrassing amount of hours on this game.
Right.
Where like one-on-one, we're all great. We just haven't really put in time on like working together. But yeah, like we just have good timing for knowing and anticipating other people's moves.
That's a big critique too, because I think we had that analysis video. I don't know if you saw that, but I did an analysis video with Damish over the.
Yeah, I've been bored out of my mind. I've been watching KQ. That's how terrible this is.
But he was criticizing our team a little bit, or him and Cody. I think it was on Cody too. But yeah, the teamwork thing. It's like South Florida. Yeah, we have great tech on like the individual level, but like putting it together in a cohesive unit as a team has been kind of a struggle.
Yeah, we just haven't done it.
But when we do it, I think we'll be way scarier. But
yeah, because we'll have the individual tech to fall back on if we need it. We'll have the objective stuff to fall back.
It's rough. I hope we figure that out soon. So let me bounce back a little bit, and then we'll get back into some KQ stuff. But I heard that recently you've picked up Call of Duty Warzone. Is that true?
Yeah. It was free, and I'm bored, so I'm playing it.
So obviously, a lot of folks in the KQ scene are playing this game.
As of like 3 days ago, I've now joined them. Like I was playing with a friend before, but now I'm part of their whatever regiment thing.
Oh yeah, the regiment. Yeah. So okay, you're in the KQSFL thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sebastian started that. Congratulations, you made it. So have you've played Call of Duty? You do FPS?
So I played Modern Warfare 2 back in the day.
Yeah.
Like I put in enough hours where I felt like I wasn't terrible. Like the roommate over the time was great, so I always thought I was shit, which I probably am.
Right.
And then I didn't touch it again until like recently. So it's slowly coming back. I get mechanics and all that down. I'm just terrible at shooting and killing people.
Yeah. It's like the Twitch. It's really funny to see some of the same play styles from Killer Queen go into that game. Like, and people, adjust them as they kind of see fit. But I can remember like JP playing first off, just super aggressive, going in, going hard, going loud.
Sounds about right.
The only person that was like hyper different was Jabin. Jabin, have you played with Jabin yet?
I haven't played with him yet, but I've heard he isn't that great.
Well, he's a crouch walker is the thing. So like he's actually he was starting off, it was rough. Like he had to adjust his settings and stuff, and it was like, oh man, what are you doing? But he's like really started picking up the game now, where he's deadly with the pistol.
Yeah, I mean, he can't tap for 5 hours a day the way he did it. Killing Queen, he's gotta fill his days.
Yeah, it's a different muscle. So it's funny, but
his piano skills don't help.
Right. We always laugh because anytime you see anybody, like you could just bet at any given time, Jabin's crouch walking somewhere to move. It's really funny. He treats the game like real life. It's kind of funny. It's cool. But yeah, that's been interesting. So you've been doing Warzone. You have any victories yet, or like what's your top placing?
I've won on like blood money with friends before. On actual battle royale, I think I'm like on like second or third place.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. You got to play with Joe. Joe P will take you to the mountaintop.
No, he calls things out. He's very good.
Yeah, the communication. That's also wild. Like who were we playing with earlier? Sebastian. Terrible communicator. Would never say anything. He'd be like in the back sniping somewhere, and we're like, oh, he's over here, he's over there. Sebastian, where you at? And we look at the map, and he's just like over there. And it's like, I don't know if he's got mic stuff or whatever. He's gotten way better now, but he's been playing with Joe, so he kind of like gets, oh, okay, call this out, call that out. Like he kind of get into it. Yeah. But like as a queen, Sebastian's not calling out a bunch of stuff, Like he's kind of like you in that regard, where he's a little quieter. He'll call things a little bit short communication, but it's mainly like an intake, I think.
I think Floyd has kind of really stepped up the last year in calling stuff out for whoever he's playing with.
Yeah, Floyd is probably, I don't know if I want to go on record, but I would say Floyd is probably the biggest student of the game. Like he'll just have a thought and then he'll post it in a chat somewhere, and it's like, okay, here's what I came up with, here's what I'm thinking. It'll just be some kind of philosophy, And he's always like studying. He's got that StarCraft brain for the game,
Yeah, I was gonna say ex-StarCraft player. Like,
right.
Yeah, he's a big thinker.
Did you ever do any RTS, or like what kind of other genres of games were you playing?
No, not really. Yeah, none of that kind of stuff.
Just like what? So you had FPS, you had Modern Warfare, probably like the standard action adventure platformer. Did you ever get into like Skyrim or like the big epics and stuff like that, or RPGs?
No, none of those things.
No? What are you playing over there?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of taken a break for a good minute. Like I never had like a PS3. Like I had like a Wii and a PS2 were like my last systems until recently.
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of like single player games for the most part. Mario Kart.
Oh, of course. So you got to have Mario Kart.
Every iteration I've loved.
If you don't have Mario Kart, what do you have even? It's a weird thing, man. So coming back into KQ, and we're kind of like future thinking now. So obviously it's all weird. We're trying to figure out like, how does the scene move forward at this point, right? Obviously no one's at the bar, no one's tapping. So, but eventually things will open back up. It'll be limited capacity. We get back in. Everyone's gonna be so out of practice. I feel like the playing field is gonna be a little more level. So how do you think the scene progresses?
As long for it to come back as you guys think. Like I think muscle memory is still there.
Yeah.
Give it like a few days and we'll be somewhat back to normal.
Yeah, maybe. I hope so. There's like a worry that like the motion.
I definitely like my right arm is probably atrophied.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna be able to like play for 2 hours straight the way I used to be able to. That'll take longer to build up than like actual tech and skills.
Right. Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think we're just gonna like get very tired very fast.
Yeah, like I used to just be able to do this for fucking ever. Yeah, that's gone.
What do you think for like the players and whatnot? We've kind of plateaued out a little bit before this of just having 4 teams at Killer Heat, maybe some people at draft night, and but like
I'm not really sure how to build it up more. I mean, we get people on Mondays, but Mondays are just kind of like an introduction to the game. We got to work on like transitioning from like, oh, you like this, let's make you better,
right,
kind of thing.
Yeah. I got to figure out like, how do we do that as a scene, as like a conversation? And then even for like the higher competitive side of play, like, is there an argument for taking the teams we've got now and like the kind of talent pool we've got now and just shifting everything to kind of get people exposed to other people and just see what that does like as a scene,
I can understand like mixing the teams up just to force people to play with other queens and like learn different strategies kind of thing. I don't know if that would help us. I think that would help like the people we already have become better all around players. I don't know if that would help us really build the scene more.
Yeah.
And really, we honestly, we don't need like that much building. It's only like, say like every quarter you got like 3 people that were like very into the game. Because like every year, like we're probably going to lose a couple. So if every year we got like another 10, that's another 2 teams.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need. It's finding the ones that are like just that into it, and there's not going to be that many of them, to be honest. Like we play this way the fuck too much.
Yeah. The gap is pretty big.
I feel like we could find like the 1 or 2 every month that are worth like convincing to come back and put in time.
Right.
I think we're gonna focus on.
I think I think you're right. It is a bit like strange to kind of come into. Plus though, we've got some folks that are old heads coming back. I saw at Glitch, they did the curbside last Friday. Yeah, man. Easy E coming in. What do you think? They're interested in coming back?
I mean,
maybe a little return Bumble in the Bronx.
They're like us. Like they know video games in general, and like they have the muscle memory. Like there's no reason they couldn't like pick it back up within a week or 2.
I hope they come back. Those guys are just fun. Like they're fun guys,
Yeah.
Definitely. And from what I can remember playing against them, Eric came back. He played
one.
Yeah.
A few months ago.
Yeah, it was recent, and I mean the meta. He didn't have the meta as it was currently then, but
no, but his deck was still there.
Yeah. Everything else was there. So that's interesting. I hope that they do come back. If they came in now, let me see. That was Eric, Gino. Some of the guys have moved.
Ben's still around, but he's got a baby on the way, so I'm not sure how much he can get out.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, pour one out for the legend.
I always forget his name. In my mind, he's hipster Harry Potter.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the glasses. I forget his name too. I'll ask Eric and Gino next time I see him. But yeah, they had some good tech and some good players. So hopefully, if they do come back, they can form a team. We've got some folks that are in the realm, so we can kind of see what's what to kind of rebuild. I'm thinking about shuffling my team around, going kind of back into nomad land to develop some folks and keep things moving. So I don't know, we'll see, but it all depends on the timing, like how long is it going to take, and who's going to be around at that point.
I mean, we might be able to like get in some games like on our own before the bar opens, but as far as things going back to normal,
yeah,
I mean,
it's going to be a minute for
sure. Place is very touchy-feely with buttons and stuff like that. How does that work with this?
Yeah. Mask and gloves, or just mask. The gloves are useless.
Like, just buy like a couple $100,000 like latex gloves.
Yeah.
Like, you want to play a game, you put on gloves, you play, you toss them, and put on new gloves for a new game. Like, I don't know.
Oh my God! I just thought of triple tapping with gloves on. Be impossible. Get the latex gloves.
I don't triple tap in general, so it doesn't matter for me.
Ah, damn it!
Single tapper.
So, a couple other questions to get through here. KQ, you've been playing. It's 2017. Jesus, why the hell are you still playing this game? It's just still fun? Is that it, or like, what are you doing?
I think it's like the possibility of the next game being a great game. Like the games are never going to last that long, and the next one. Like if you have evenly matched teams, it can always be a lot of fun. Like second might be one-sided one way or the other, but the chance of it being a very fun game. and that
That's
hasn't been
interesting. I never really thought about it like that, but you're right. The games are short enough where like you just want to get to the next one and the next one and
Yeah,
the next one.
it's like any kind of multiplayer game, like Call of Duty or whatever. Like you're not investing hours into this single game. It's short. You can walk away if it's bad, but you can always come back, and the chance is there it's gonna be good.
That's actually that's pretty good. I would say I agree. Yeah, I never really thought about it like that, but that's a really good reason. Do you have like any I know at least for the scene goes, being one of the top queens, do you have like, or do you feel kind of like that pressure to always like perform and be in that kind of conversation? Or do you just kind of approach the game and say, I'm just going to play and like whatever?
Yeah, I mean, there's pressure more, but just like I want to give my teammates a chance to perform well and to win.
Right.
It's more that kind of, like, I don't care that much about who I'm playing against, whatever they think of me, but I want to give my teammates a fighting chance.
Right,
so I
right.
put that pressure on myself for that.
Right, yeah, and playing the role. Yeah, and your queening style has evolved like a lot. Like, and it's taken this track path. Not that like you've been bad, but like your style of queening has changed a lot, I feel like. Where earlier on, well, I don't know about early. I think it was just like you tap fast and it's like, all right, well, fuck you guys. And then there came a point where there was the era of what's come to be known as safe Malloy, where Malloy, you can just try as you might, you can never kill him because he's out of there.
I don't remember this era. I remember people saying like, "Oh, he's always so safe." I don't remember that being a thing.
It just kind of worked out that way.
I guess.
And then lately, like you've been getting more aggressive, and like there's been this thing now where instead of like being super safe or like whatever that is, like now you're down, you're making all these crazy plays on dusk and day map and the tunnel at the gates and like just frustrating the hell out of JP mainly.
I do remember having a crazy dusk map against them, like on one of the previous tournaments. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like we all know like what the correct, for the most part, what the correct move is. But if you're doing the same thing that like everyone is expecting, then it's not like it might be the highest percentage move. But if they're expecting it, it's not the highest percentage move. You got to throw some wild cards in there,
right,
and be a little aggressive here and there.
It gets funky. Yeah, you're turning into this mode where like I think sometimes the commentators from Hybrid would call it. It's like, oh, Malloy's on last now. Like, now it's Super Malloy's coming out. You hero like pretty good.
Most people are probably more safe on last, and I feel like I go the opposite a little bit because people expect that of me, so I can kind of get an advantage out of it.
That is fucking funny, man. It's wild. It always kills me how upset JP gets when you just slip him. You can hear him just like, oh my god. He gets in that tone. Oh my god. It's really freaking funny.
One of the things I'm good at is like seeing like anticipating in what's around me and just giving the unexpected move where letting them fly by me and then they're vulnerable kind of thing.
Yeah, man. What would you say? So, newer queens or people coming in, like what kind of advice would you say of what they would need to focus on first? Because there's always the argument of, should you learn tech? Should you learn strat? Should you, do X, Y, and Z or do movement? Like, what's like the thing you feel like is most beneficial to a newer queen?
I think you should learn tech for all positions first. Like, if you want a queen, you need to learn learn tech for all positions. Like you should, and then just play. Like if you want to be queen, then play each position a bit beforehand, so you know tech, you know strategy, you know kind of the mindset of everyone else, because you kind of have to know that as queen.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I guess tech first. I mean, if you don't have the tech, then you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, that's true. Because you can know what to do, but if you can't do it, then. But that's a good point you bring up of learning the other things. I think sometimes people rush to stuff, like especially Speed Warrior. Like people just rush to do that one thing, and they don't understand the other parts of it. So
yeah. No, I mean, whatever you're playing, I think you should know all of it. Like even if you're a Snow Rider, like if you know the angle that a warrior is coming at you at, like because you've done it before, you're gonna know it better as a Snow Rider. Like knowing it all is way better.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. It's a big philosophy. And then let's see. Okay. This is always an interesting one. So I asked Joe, well, in so many words, I asked him, I think,
Which Joe? We got like 5 Joes.
Oh yeah, no, I wish we had 5 Joes. If we did, I'd be the GI Joe team. I'm gonna change John C to Joe C, and then we'll have 5 Joes. But players in the scene, right? Players in the scene. If you've got to pick one player as your favorite player in the scene, who do you pick? Who do you pick and why?
Like, what do you mean by favorite player? Like,
whatever you think. Subjective. Could be most chill person. Could be person you enjoy playing against or with. But like, if you go to if you go to Glitch and you see this person's there, just like who is like, oh man, I'm glad that person's here. Like, who is that person?
It was Levy, but he's gone.
Ah, yeah, Levy. Good guy, Levy.
Levy was a very. I didn't expect really to build friendships coming out of this, but Levy was an unexpected benefit of learning KQ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, you guys kind of had like a similar laid back vibe, you know.
I'm not sure if anyone's as laid back as Levy is, but I tried.
Nowhere near as close. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Levy, good dude. I know he's up in he's in Charlotte now. No idea what he's doing with the whole COVID situation going on. But I
look around here and buildings are still going up, if not quicker than they were before. So he's a general contractor, probably similar there.
Yeah, he's doing fine. Yeah, Levy moves back, man. We got to get him back in the scene. Miss that guy. He's a good dude. Hopefully we can see him again pretty soon. But not too bad. I think if I was picking like a favorite person from your team, of course, have to exclude you. I would say it's got to be Dave, because Dave's always trying to get me. So like he keeps me on my toes, you know. Like he's always coming, Speed Warrior, trying to get this angle, that angle. Like I think a lot of the timing I've got against Speed Warrior.
You a lot.
Yeah, it's got to be between him fighting with you and Laser Wolf all the time, and then JP just like when he's on the other side, always like.
And as far as like the person that's funnest to play against, it's probably JP, just because like I know he's gonna hunt me constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly. Like I learned a lot of what I know about fighting Speed Warriors. I learned from so many hours of fighting JP.
Yeah. JP goes for it, man. He never stops. Yeah. What would you say has been like your favorite moment playing Killer Queen? Like I was watching videos from Queen's Gone Wild recently, and the fight against the Chattanooga team, the day map fight, where I got chased on the Yoki-Doke, just turned around and nailed him. I was like, man, that was, oh man, it's my all-time favorite. What would you say is like your just favorite moment playing, if you have one?
I don't know, it's tough. I mean, maybe winning Jax, just because coming in second the first time, and like, I don't know if Jax has put in the amount of hours we've played, just straight playing, but I
pretty
know
good, pretty fast.
They put in more hours, like trying to get better.
Yeah.
So I think it was a great accomplishment beating them, because they've put in a lot of time getting good.
Yeah, I would say, well, you guys skunked the hell out of us. We ran out of steam. We were just toast. But like, all South Florida getting on the podium 1, 2, 3, I thought was really, really cool. They hate it, but it was great for us.
Oh yeah, like, I feel bad for them, but like no, like every time I've played them, they've closed the gap that much more.
Yeah, I think I think that guy's name is Jacob. I think is the queen I'm thinking of.
With the mustache.
Yeah, he was queen in Dawn Ranch. You know,
he's very aggressive.
Yeah, super good, great tech, and like, you know, so those guys are coming up scary. I think the cool thing about Jax is they spent less time in like the we suck phase, you know, like
definitely
they got exposed to players that were like, yo, quicker, you know, than I think we did. We kind of took a longer time to figure it out.
They put more time in, like we put more time into just drunkenly playing.
Yeah.
They put more time into like getting better.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're at Bumblebash their first year. We go like 2 years in, you know, so it's interesting seeing what's from them. So hopefully that keeps coming up. What are your thoughts? And I've always been trying to get this idea of like a Florida something, like a Florida all-state or like a regional or some kind of a competition, because we've got Jax, we've got us. There's been rumors of other scenes coming up, but they haven't quite taken off yet. Gainesville, Orlando. What do you think about that in terms of like if we could get this statewide kind of thing going?
It'd be nice, but I mean, there's kind of like limitations on it right now. I mean, Orlando It's just kind of like it's a paid for bar. So
Yeah.
if you had to pay to get into a bar, like yeah, say you paid the first time you played KQ and you're really like, how much would you have really like? You would have had to have had 10 people there,
Yep.
if not more, to really get into it and really enjoy it. And would that have been enough to come back and pay regularly to get good at it?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Like Gainesville, I could see it being like if the bar owner takes care of the cab, like whether it's this semester or 2 years, like there's gonna be a semester at some point where like these 18 to 22-year-olds are gonna really love it. So someone's gonna really love it and get their friends into it. It's all it takes, like one spark.
Yeah.
So at some point in time, Gainesville is gonna take off. I just don't know when.
Yeah. Hopefully soon. Hopefully they take care of that cab.
I mean, there's enough people in Gainesville there to have several scenes.
Right.
So it just takes one person, or I don't know if we could somehow find someone and get them into it, but it'll happen eventually there for sure.
It's got to be a thing, man. It's got to be a thing, and needs to be a thing quickly. I want to get this scene going. I'm itching to get back. I know we got to wait and COVID and whatnot, but I don't know. Maybe when
I've heard talks of shadow games. Who knows?
Oh yeah, no one knows. No one knows anything about the shadow games. But we'll see how it goes. Well, let me get into the end up here. What would you say to the folks in the scene? A couple things. What's like the number one thing you want to see from the scene, right, moving forward? Whether that's you think people should, I don't know, act differently or play differently, or whatever it is, like the number one thing you want to see from the scene. And then what's like, you had your challenge of the switch and shoot, getting past Sector 11. I would say if you had to say something to Floyd specifically, what would you say? Those two things. What do you want to see from the scene? What do you want to say to Floyd? Floyd's always picking on you, so you gotta use your platform.
Yeah, that's true. To the scene, I don't know, just stick with it. Like we're still building and bringing your friends and putting the time. We don't need that many more people. We just need like a couple every few months, and we'll have 5-6 teams in no time, and then beyond. If we bring in a couple people, like if you bring in 2 people every month, we're gonna lose a couple every year, but like we'll bring in way more than we lose. Floyd, I mean, and I guess to the rest of that, I don't know, maybe more structured practice, more kind of mixing people on teams, at least on like Thursdays, and like learning how other people communicate and things like that, and the other strategies, so we don't kind of get stuck in the ruts of our own team. Like it may work well for us, but we can always improve.
Right, yeah.
Floyd? I don't know. What do I say to Floyd?
What do you got for Floyd?
I feel bad for him. The love of his life, Levy, left him.
Oh, no. Yeah, Floyd and Levy got on pretty good, too, yeah.
They had a special relationship.
Well, they played together on the team, on Gargoyle Blasters.
Yeah, and he left him high and dry for you.
He did. High and dry. That's messed up, man. It's messed up,
right,
Floyd.
Floyd, I say put on some weight.
Ooh, so you skinny. Got to get some more pizza from Heritage. Have you had that pizza, by the way?
Which one?
Heritage Pizza, next to Glitch.
Yeah, I had it when they had like their specials early on for like Queens Gone Wild and stuff. Very good pizza, but it was towards the end there. It was a bit pricey.
Yeah. It gets it's pretty expensive. I mean, like, pizza.
If it was, they have great standard Italian food, which isn't much more than their pizza price. I'd probably go for that instead.
Yeah, no, that's wild, man. It's good. I got a chance to get some pizza the other day. It was amazing. And then Joe B got me some. Shout outs to the legend Scoops. Not too bad, man. One of these days, hopefully we can get back at the cab and tap together soon. I don't know if you saw. Well, you had to have seen Joe's episode, but apparently you're on peg for Vanilla Warrior.
I did see that. I mean, I have good timing with Joe. I'd be fine with that.
Okay. All right, Joe. Well, I want to see this team form up, man. It should be good.
Yeah.
That's dope. You have been tuning in to the Lazy J. I'm Master Joe, hanging out with Malloy. we've been doing these little shows and drinking and having a lot of fun. So I definitely appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully, we'll see you back at the bar. You plan on going back out to Glitch sometime this weekend, Friday or something?
Yeah, I'll probably go Friday or Saturday. Hang out.
Cool. Well, we'll hopefully see you out there and see some folks. And like I said, man, tune in for the next Lazy J. You never know who's going to be on here. People have been asking, so we'll see. But
Hey, who do you think is your next person?
Well, we've been going through the queens, so I feel like I got to talk to Sebastian next.
That's fair.
Yeah, and once I get past him, I don't know. We'll see. But not too bad, man. Thanks so much for spending the time with me. Appreciate it. And for all you guys tuning in, we'll catch you next time. It's been the Lazy J.
Later.